Cool. So we're here with Alan Williams from Eastbourne Borough. Nice to meet you. So first of all, just want to ask you what you're doing here at SoccerX and what you're looking to get out of the event, mate.
I think with events like this, and SoccerX do it so well, they bring together so many great people from the industry, and it could be anyone from people that lay pitches right the way through to CEOs of top football clubs. So you get a chance to meet and talk to people from the same industry, but all different levels. And for clubs that are trying to aspire to be something better, it's good to have the opportunity to talk to the big boys, for want of a better phrase.
Yes, 100%. So today so far, what's been your favourite moment, or maybe you've got the most value out of something so far?
I think for me, the panels are great. You listen to people talking about the world that you're in, and it doesn't differ too much, whatever level you're at. It's just the numbers are different. So it's adding noughts onto the end when you're talking about finances, which ultimately everything comes down to. So I think that you have an opportunity to hear how different people approach the same problems you're getting every single day. But more importantly, the networking when you meet people that enable you to solve those problems and address the things that you're trying to address. And when everyone's brought into the same environment, it's much easier than having to spend weeks, months, and years looking and searching for people that you'd like to speak to.
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about Eastbourne Borough and obviously your role and how you started and So I suppose take us from the beginning, I suppose.
From the very beginning. So just over 2 years now since we came in. It's a brilliant club with a brilliant history. It's not old. It was 58 years old when we came in. But the challenges that gives you is that the people that founded and built the club literally with their hands are still around, some of them. So everything that we're trying to do, we're trying to be more professional and take the club forward while still being respectful and honouring the thoughts and the beliefs and the dreams of the people that originally founded it and originally built it. Some of them are at every game. We have the wife and the daughter of one of the original founders working in our hospitality suite on a match day. And you're always, in a way, feel a little bit responsible and answerable to them, even though it's now our business. You don't want to be disrespectful, and you want to do right by people, and it's like to think that and they like to think that those that have passed that are on there looking down favourably on what we're doing. So we take it really seriously that we need to do that. But we've come a long way in a short period of time. We've taken it from a part-time club to a full-time professional outfit. We're doing everything really as a Step 6 club that Step 4 clubs are doing. In with regards to player care, with regards to player care is massive. That's the big thing behind what we want to do, really. And there's no point in doing it if you're not doing it properly. So that's the vision that Simon had, that I also had and bought into very quickly with him, the way in which he wanted to do it. And trying to build a successful football club while doing things the right way, really.
Yeah, brilliant. So what's your favourite thing about non-league? Because there's so many people who just love non-league and like you said, it's a lot of it's full-time now. So personally, what's your favourite thing about it?
For me, it's real. You can feel it, touch it, smell it. You can hear the players talking to each other. The supporters have access. You don't get that now. You go to a Premier League club, it's not a chance you're going to get near a player or touch a player or talk to a player or have a selfie or a photo. I mean, occasionally it's possible next to a bus or a player's entrance, but for us, our players are accessible. And it's not an expensive day out in comparison to what you're expected to play for top flight football now. We have great grandparents, parents, and kids coming to games together, sitting together, and it's still an affordable day out. You do that to the Premier League now. You're looking £300, £400, £500 for a day out, whereas they can do all of that with us and get some food and chips for under £100, I suppose, well under £100. But that for a good day out where you're building memories. But I think really it's the accessibility and it's the closeness of it, and it's the fact that everyone gets invested. We have volunteers, we have paid staff. We have fans that have been coming since the beginning. And it's really rare now that you can be a successful full-time football club, professional football club, where there are supporters and season ticket holders that went to the very first game that the club paid. And we have people that have seen over 1,000 games coming, and we're awarding people on a game by game basis for their 1,000th game. And as supporters, that's great, especially when you're talking to people that have been there from game one, which is really rare nowadays.
So I was doing some prep last night. I watched Simon's interview from SoccerX in Miami, I think, or maybe it was the year before. Obviously very ambitious, and I got that from that interview. What's the goal for the next few years? What's the goal for Eastbourne Borough?
It's just to keep moving forward, keep moving up. We have massive aspirations to be a much bigger, more profitable, successful football club. And we're raising the bar on a daily basis. Some of the things that we're doing around our social media, around our commercial activity, transcends anything that anyone else in our level's doing. Now, that's great, providing you can match everything on the pitch. So our thing is to get a little bit of parity between the success we're having off of it, get that success on it, and then we've got the foundations to bring to be a really great club. But we're growing. We missed out on winning the league by a point this year. We could have easily got that point somewhere else, but every club can say that. But it's easy for people to think that we failed this year. We didn't fail. We succeeded everywhere, apart from one point. Our women's team, unbelievable, unbeaten all season, didn't concede a goal, won the league and won 3 cups. So they did the quadruple, unbeaten without conceding a goal. Unbelievable at any level of football to do that, at any level. And we have a really, really good setup. We've got 49 teams across the club. We have a very, very well-run disability program. Our Spirit of Football squad is brilliant. And you talk about what you get out of it, seeing the faces on some of those kids walk off a pitch. Unbelievable. And that's, we're a community football club that are creating memories both on and off the pitch for our community. And that's, if you can tick those boxes, then you've got a chance, I think.
100%. So just to finish up, some quick fire questions, and I'll just give you the mic for this. Best away fans you've ever seen?
Wow. Best away fans at this level or any level?
Anyway, yeah, of course.
Best away fans I've ever seen. Crikey, you got me there. I've got to say, probably at this level, I'd say heartbreakingly Maidstone.
Okay. And who's going to win the 2026 World Cup next year in America?
England, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
It's coming home. And final question, to anyone who wants to work in sport, wants to work in football, obviously you would have worked with a lot of people. What advice would you give to those people who want to try and break into the industry?
Be honest, be sincere, work hard, and surround yourself with good people. Take the time to research people that can add value to what you're trying to achieve. Don't ever be shy to ask to be mentored. Don't ever be shy to ask for advice. Most people, it's a competitive game, football, but off the pitch, most people will help everybody else. I have a great network of people at rival clubs on the pitch that are some of my best friends in football, that off the pitch we help each other out. And I think if you're a young or old person that want to get into this beautiful game, find people to talk to and ask for help and ask for advice. Very few people will turn you away. It doesn't work like that. So that's probably the gem I would give.
Alan, thank you, mate. Awesome. Thank you very much.